back here on Bryan's 59. Last time we're trying to figure out what in the hell is going on here with two different coils and the switches and two different ballast resistors and all this. So I start chasing electrical down here, and I find this appears to be like a big speaker wire, or even a house cord from way back days. And it comes up and runs up here into a very primitive electronic ignition box. Interesting. So one part is set up on electronic ignition, which I would assume is this coil. You can see that switch has the power for the electronic, and then this goes over here. It's just so weird. It's all so weird. So we're actually going to take all of this crap out of here and start fresh. But first things first is I want to just chase and see where the voltage is and isn't, and see what kind of BS we got going here. Okay, so we're going to play with switches. This is the one that's hooked to nothing. Okay, let's just see if we're running on this coil. Nope. All right, let's flip those. We got spark over here. So. Electronic ignition box. They flip that and that shut her right down. So we're running and shut that off. Okay. Now let's see if that goes to this coil. Nope. Try one more thing. Nope. Sorry, my arm's in the way. Nope. Nope. All right, so the only thing working is this one right now. Fires right off in that setup. So both switches to the passenger side or my left. The only way it's currently working. Going in. So now we know what works. So let's chase and see why what. So I've also noticed that upon fire up, it was right all the way up on the voltmeter and the battery meter. But oil pressure is where it should be. But battery goes immediate. Just so weird. Because it should stay centered. Or close to it. I mean, it shouldn't go all the way up. We got some weird stuff going on here, boys and girls. For certain, it's that this wire here in the center on this switch is the factory positive. So we're going to disconnect that. We're going to pull those switches off. I'm going to undo all that shit because it's kind of a mess. Pull all those off the firewall because most of that stuff doesn't belong. And then we're going to chase that wire. So this was in the bundle of wires from this ballast resistor. Goes into this connector into the voltage regulator. Fun. Anyway, so we got all kinds of electrical nonsense we are currently unwrapping over here. I need to finish pulling wiring off of the coil over there. But, and of course there's, this must be a windshield washer line. Oh yeah, it goes back there. We'll put that back later. But now we got all this mess. And this ballast resistor was so fried that the bottom screw didn't even stay. So I'm gonna undo this cluster here. And this is the wiring for that external ignition box. And it's got random open ground, which we'll just cut off here. So we don't need it. And then we'll pull that out. Weird. All right, so we got everything unhooked from our ballast resistors, as we explained. And then there's this mess down here that we're fighting out. I'm gonna unhook all this stuff from the coil because it's just a disaster. And there was a random wire out of the distributor here. It was wrapped in tape. I had this terrible solder job. That's fun. I did get the ignition box pulled out. I don't know what electronic ignition this is, but it's got 200, 800 written there on it. It actually looks very Chrysler, by the way that looks, and that looks a lot like Mopar writing, but very weird. We'll find out more info on that shortly. But so much fun back here. Get to figure out all this nonsense. Okay, so I'm gonna get those two wires off and pull this mess out the rest of the way. Just some crimped up hack work. Nothing to see here. Look at all this crap. Alright, so we got our distributor cap pulled, everything out of the way. And we are now ready to start redoing our entire ignition system. Next time.